Suchir Balaji, found dead in his San Francisco apartment just days after being designated a custodial witness in the case of the New York Times versus OpenAI. Was it self-inflicted, the injuries, or was it a murder? Let's look at what motivations there could be. Now, he was designated a custodial witness. What does that mean? His mom noted that the apartment was ransacked. His mom noted that a pen drive was missing. So there's been a lot of speculation about electronic documents that he may have planned to use to incriminate OpenAI that were taken from the apartment, and he was murdered at that time. Let's not get it twisted. The designation as a custodial witness only happens after the attorney, in this case, attorney for the plaintiff, have reviewed the information that he has and have made the determination that it's going to be helpful, beneficial, and substantial for their case. They want that information to come in and be admitted into evidence at deposition. So they've designated him as a custodial witness, meaning he is the one that will lay the foundation to bring that evidence in. So whatever he had, at least at the time he turned it over to the New York Times attorneys, whatever he had at that time, I'm confident that he turned it all over to them. They've reviewed it, they have copies of it, and the reality is they probably provided it to the defense. They probably provided copies of those documents to OpenAI. That's the way discovery works. Do I think he had more documents that he was holding off on or that he hadn't turned over? In my experience dealing with a lot of whistleblowers in my time, no. Generally, they unload everything they have up front and they don't hold back anything. But here's something else that's also often true. A whistleblower often becomes a conduit, meaning that there could be other people inside OpenAI in the company that have the same type of ethical concerns that Suchir had. They see that he left the company, they see that he's a whistleblower, that he's been designated as a custodial witness, and all of a sudden, they make the determination to try to help him from the inside. So it is possible that there could be or could have been people in the company supplying him with more documents subsequent to him providing stuff to the New York Times. So yes, he could have had more information that he didn't turn over, but likely it would have been very, very recent and something that he just hadn't had time to yet send to the New York Times, etc. The other piece, is it possible that the motivation for his murder was just to avoid him laying the foundation to get this evidence into court? I mean, that is definitely a concern. He was named a custodial witness because, as I said, he would lay the foundation. He would bring credibility to these documents. He would explain how he came to possess these documents from the business, and he would get them into evidence. Without him now, the plaintiff's attorneys have to find someone else to work with or someone who can validate these documents and say that they are actually company records. Without him, that may not be possible, and these documents may have no value. Watch this case closely as it goes forward. We'll see if other whistleblowers come forward. I don't think there's any missing documents. I think the plaintiff attorneys have everything. They would not have designated him a custodial witness if they had not seen and reviewed the documents and knew they were going to help the case. The issue is now, how do they get these documents into court without him?